Hi, in this video for the Amiko HD 8140, we're going to talk a little bit about the pause and record facilities on this particular box. So the first thing to note is you're going to have to turn it on. Okay, so once you have a USB storage device, whether it be a memory stick or an external hard drive, something like that plugged into the box, this menu will become available to you. So arrow down to USB and over to PVR setting. So what you'll want to do is turn on time shift, okay? You'll have time shift to record, and that's fine then. Just turn two of them on and you can exit out. Okay, so what you'll want to do then is, we'll say, you can just work away as normal from that point. But let's say someone comes to the door, the phone goes off, something like that. All you have to do is simply hit the pause button. Okay, and that will, you're familiar with this, I'm sure, from the likes of Sky Plus or UPC Digital, that sort of thing, okay? So that's fine. And if you want to just resume then, when you're ready to resume, just hit the play button. And it will continue from there. So it's relatively smooth. So that's just a little bit about that. What else can I say about that really? I suppose what you could do is you can fast forward through it. Now I've only done a small segment of time, so it's very hard to show you through that, but you can see you can fast forward through it, and you could possibly rewind a bit and stuff like that. So that's just a small example of that. The next thing to do then, just to make sure that I'm doing this right, what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to hit the exit button here. I'm just going to change channel just for a minute. Sorry, what I need to do here, actually, if I want to stop it and go back to live TV, I need to hit the stop button. Okay, so we're back to live TV there now. So what I want to do now is I want to change the channel just for a sec, because I just want to make sure that it's fresh from this point of view. Okay, so that's an interesting point there, that if you're doing that, you won't be able to record while you're doing that, and that's why I got a bit muddled up there. But I suppose it's an interesting point just to show you. But you can either pause at one time or you can record at another time. Okay, so just to record stuff then, all you have to do basically is just hit the record button, and that's it. Start recording, and you can hit the stop button then whenever you want, or because there's an EPG on this box, it'll actually it'll know the time the program ends, and it'll just end automatically for you. So I'm just going to let it record there just for a little bit. An interesting point here just to note is that Ireland currently uses a 2 MUX system, is what it's called. So you can see there in the list, some channels are greyed out. I'm recording RTE News now, but the ones that are greyed out are actually on a different MUX. So because this is a single tuner box, you can only record channels and record a channel and watch a different one that are on the same MUX. So for instance, where I'm located here in Ireland, and this will be different around the country, if I'm recording RTE News now, I could still watch Tina G, TV3 and RTE2. But the other ones wouldn't be available to me. Oh, sorry, I could watch 3E as well. So it's just an interesting point to note. So I'm just going to exit out of here, and I'm going to hit the stop button to stop recording. Okay. Now, another way of doing this, I suppose, would be handy if you wanted to schedule a future recording, would be just simply to go into your EPG. Okay. And I'm going to say here that I want to record rawhide there later on. Okay. So what you do here is you just simply hit the yellow button for timer, and you just go USB HD recorder, and it sets it all up for you automatically. And everything here is sort of common sense. Name of the channel, you want to record it once. Interestingly, you could say daily, weekly, whatever you want yourself, and you can say standby. If you're not going to be there, you could say standby after finish. That would basically turn the box off when it's finished recording if you weren't going to be there. Okay, so that's fine. So what you want to do then is simply just hit the exit button. Are you sure to save? Yes. And just to show you that it does work, we'll go back into EPG and we'll go to timer, and we'll go to timer list, and you can see that it's set up there. Now if you wanted to do something like modify the date, the settings there, you could use the yellow button by highlighting the program you're recording, or just simply hit the green button to delete it from that. Okay, so that's just a little bit about pausing and recording live TV on the Amiko HD 8140.